When you think about health and wellness, how do you visualize it? Are you truly well when you're simply not sick?
Exploring that question is one of our most exciting goals here on Healing Quest.
It's also a topic of prime interest for Dr. Deepak Chopra, who's concerned not just about our individual health, but about the health and survival of the human species.
I first heard the expression survival of the wisest from Dr. Jonas Salk, who was as you know, the discoverer of the polio vaccine. But Dr. Salk was a brilliant scientist and a great scientific mind and also a great philosopher. And he said that the new criterion for evolution will have to be survival of the wisest. Survival of the fittest was good when we were in a predatory environment where every tiger and every ferocious animal had to have us for breakfast, lunch and dinner, so we had to have what we call the fight-flight response. And what's the fight-flight response? In a threatening situation, I either kill my predator or I run away from my predator. Now today we call the fight-flight response the stress response, because in a traffic jam, for example, somebody honks at us and we might feel like attacking this person because we might go into road rage, or we might honk back, or in our frustration we have nothing to do. We still get the response in our body, which is the fight-flight response, and that causes high blood pressure and heart disease. In fact, that survival of the fittest response is the cause now of the most major epidemics of our time: heart disease, cardiovascular illness in general, stroke, addictive behavior, immunocompromised people who are more susceptible to infections, accelerated aging. It's all an exaggerated survival of the fittest response. So we have to go beyond that. Beyond the survival of the fittest response, we have other responses built into our nervous system as part of our evolution. The response that we call restful awareness, as in meditation. The intuitive response, when we go deep inside and ask ourselves a question: what's happening? The creative response, when we go deep inside and say, how can I take this situation and create a creative opportunity out of it? The visionary response, when we think of what's possible in the field of infinite possibilities. And the sacred response, when we connect with God or our source or the womb of creation. So you see, the survival of the fittest must be replaced by survival of the wisest, which is intuition, creativity, vision, and a sense of connection to the sacred power of the universe. As we go into these deeper responses, we will be hastening the survival of the wisest, and wisdom will become the criterion for not only fitness but evolution.